Hi, welcome to Rover, where today I'm going to talk to you about where you can use a drone in your production. Cue the music. So I have a reputation for telling it like it is, a no bullshit kind of a person. So if you're a hobbyist or a consumer or even another drone operator, this video isn't for you. I could really do without another 100 Facebook messages. But if you're a line producer, a series producer, researcher, production assistant, then listen in, particularly if you've got a requirement for drone on your next production. So one of the early questions we get on our discovery calls is, where can we fly? There's a lot of misconceptions in this area. Maybe you believe drones can't fly in towns or cities, over water, or maybe even at night. Well, these preconceptions are dispelled on our discovery calls. We carry out these calls with all our clients. But first off, let's talk about towns and cities. So if the drone in question weighs less than 7 kilograms, and it will unless you're flying a bespoke camera lens combination, then the operators will have an exemption that allows them to operate within towns and cities, but they must maintain 50 metres distance from people and property outside the control of the production. That's reduced to 30 metres on takeoff. But the only exception to that is gatherings over 1,000 people, where we have to stay 150 metres or more away. So think football matches, concerts, that kind of thing. If you do require the larger drone, then the operator will need a safety case to allow them to operate within that congested area, and the detail will be on that document. When it comes to water, pretty much anything goes as long as the right permissions are in place. This might involve talking to harbour masters, land management organisations like the National Trust, Scottish Natural Heritage, something like that. There are challenges in operating in all these environments, which is why you should choose your drone crew wisely. Night flight is another question that pops up frequently. Night flying involves a waiver being listed on the drone permission, but essentially, yes, it is possible. We just have to ensure that we do a daylight recce visit, and we may well restrict our flight profile to reduce the pilot workload. When it comes to weather, we need reasonable visibility so we can comply with our responsibilities for avoiding other air users, and that's not just large commercial aircraft. We have to be aware of search and rescue helicopters, police helicopters, pipeline inspection helicopters, and military low flying as well. We'll do everything in our power to ensure your creative brief can be met, taking into account all of these control measures, so it's not really something that you have to worry about. That's for us. What about operating overseas? Well, Rover have operated all across the world, from Israel to Egypt. We've flown in Norway, Sweden, Poland, Latvia, France, Germany, Austria, Italy. In some of these countries we've got annual permissions in place, so borders are really no barrier when you know who to talk to in the relevant aviation authorities. So when it comes to where you can use a drone, leave that to us. Book a discovery call with me, and we can chat further. Cue the music.